let's work on some fall decor ideas. First, we're going to grab a piece of foam and cut it to about 1.5 inches, 2 inches in width. Just big enough for it to fit on a candlestick holder. This one is metal, which I purchased through, I want to say, Temu. We're going to add a bit of glue to the stand itself and glue the styrofoam right on it. Now we're going to grab these little mini apples that I don't recall where I bought, but I was extremely disappointed at the size when I got them, with picks from ends of picks that we would have cut off on previous projects. Remember how I always say keep the tips of your picks, the bottoms of your picks, because they're useful. Here's what they're useful for. We're now going to use those picks and prick them into little mini apples in order for them to be on a pick. Next, we'll bring in our greens, and we will, whatever greens that you want and that you have on hand. It doesn't have to be tree-like, so long as it's a leafy green, it doesn't matter. You'll see that I have a mixture. We're going to cut off the ends. We don't need a long end to them because our block is very tiny. So we'll trim that off. Keep the ends of your picks. They'll be good for some other project sometime or another. And from there, we'll then use hot glue and affix them to our foam. Now that all our greens and our leaves are in place and our candlestick looks very bushy, time to add our little mini apples in order to add that color and you know, fit the profile of a fall theme. Here we go. And there you have it. Such a cute little item. We're going to grab, just like with every other seasonal decorations we've done this year, we're going to keep with the theme. We're going to grab our mason jars. We're going to grab our paint colors that we've been using all along. So the orange, the red, and the burnt sienna. And we're going to paint them. our jars are dry, we're going to add a little plaid ribbon. I chose to take a brown ribbon for this project. Now I'll add some flowers that are fall colored, so some oranges and some yellows, and that'll finish this project off. It wouldn't be a 2024 seasonal item if we weren't doing a wreath. So let's make a quick little wreath for our picture frame. You're going to grab a bunch of whatever greenery you want or have. I chose to use this eucalyptus that has an orange tinge, so it looks very fall-ish. And from that bunch, you're going to cut off 3 of the branches. Next come your zip ties. You want to have at least 6, if I'm not mistaken, ready, because it's going to take 2 per branch in order to secure them all together. I think this one's a bit self-explanatory, but basically 1 zip tie to tie tip to top for each of them, and then a second zip tie for each of them in order for that tip to actually stay inside. Otherwise it'll pop up. I don't know if that makes any sense. Now you don't have to worry about your zip ties showing. The leaves will actually hide your zip tie. As you can see, I'm using a white zip tie, and they honestly will not show, well, a white or a clear. And we're going to be cutting the tails off as well. So the zip tie will take such little space that they'll be hidden. This is the perfect example here of where the tip needs to be secured with a second zip tie in order for it to not pop up. And you'll do this to all three of the tips. This one is at best a 5-minute project. You're going to grab a pumpkin of choice. Could be big, small, medium. I grabbed a medium-ish to the small side, white pumpkin. You're going to grab a pick of eucalyptus, which you're going to remove all of the stems from the original pick. You're then going to grab each of those strands that you cut off and cut those into two, giving you 2 pieces for each. And then we're simply going to hot glue the tips and insert them to the top of the pumpkin. It is that simple, but it is oh so cute. I absolutely love mine. And then this second one, even easier than the first one. You're going to grab a container, a plant of, or a planter of some kind. You're going to add 3 stems of, I actually use lamb's ears, and a pumpkin. Plain and simple. And the printout for this season? Well, of course, it had to include apples and Thanksgiving. I actually made 2 signs. Time to change the summer portrait that I had cross-stitched and replace it with my fall themed. There we go. Isn't that awesome? On my little shelf. Now, along with my fall decor, I've added 2 white pumpkins on that shelf and my little pumpkin decor. And this one, and now the last update I'm going to do in my dining room is I'm going to remove these placemats, which are basically spring. I haven't updated them for summer, and we're going to update them with these, which are fall, subdued, but still cute, acceptable for me because I'm not much of a fall season person. I'm not into Halloween, but these are very cute and I love them. So I'm going to update the tablecloths, the placemats with these, and that'll be it for me in the dining room. And there you have it. That'll be the dining room table. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make some of these crafts. Have a good one. We'll see you the next time.